Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 5 on the SkizzleCraft server. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit more work at the base, getting myself out of the nether because that last episode just, yeah, I miss the sun and the lights and got a little bit tired of gas noise and skeletons shooting at me. So yeah, I'm staying away from the nether today. Today, we're going to be working outside the pyramid. So I've been marking down a little bit of where paths are going to be. Yeah, a straight line. You know, it's not exactly hard. But I'm going to have paths going out in each of the 4 directions from the center of the pyramid. So I want to be getting some roads built here. But before we do that, we've got a little like garden area around the outside of the pyramid that needs adding, and this is going to be the same design all the way around. It's not going to be a massive thing. It's only maybe 1, maybe 2 blocks high, and it's going to be bushes and flowers. It's not anything um big or spectacular. We're going to have a big garden area, a big outside like fancy garden in that direction at some point. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on this. I'm just going to make it look a little bit neater and just kind of help blend the pyramid into the landscape. So the first thing I need to do is to start terraforming. Now I'm not going to record any of this because it's going to take a while. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work out, but all these sections need filling in. Around the back there is a lot that needs digging out, and basically I need a flat section from the pyramid here that goes about 8 to 10 blocks out all the way around, at least 6 blocks, because that's how wide the garden section is going to be, but maybe a couple of blocks extra will be better. But first, we need to sleep through the night, and I'm going to get working on the terraforming. So the terraforming is done. It's just basic terraforming. I've not done anything fancy. I've just used grass for now because I want to decorate it all later. But that's going to be done around structure. I don't want to start decorating areas and then have to destroy it again when I start building things around. But we've got this whole thing kind of built up all the way around the pyramid now on every side. The only bit that's not done properly is this section over here where we've had to dig a lot of it out, because I might end up digging more of this out later. I'm not quite sure because this is going to be kind of where our main garden's going to be. So I might end up flattening most of this out at some point. But we've got 8 blocks flat on every side before it starts going up or down depending on where it is. Now the little garden area I want to do here is going to be 6 blocks wide, I think, and then that gives us 2 blocks like flat, so we don't want it going straight from garden to downhill. I've just been marking out where the paths are going to be, like this. I'm not sure whether I'm going to have the steep stairs. I might make it slope a little bit more and use slabs or something, but we're going to have this on all 4 directions, and I'm going to decorate it up as well. It's not just going to be just the stone bricks. It's going to be a little bit nicer. But we've got these marked out on all 4 sides. Obviously that side by the portal is going to be just a short path because it's going to go into the promenade and the pier, and they are probably just going to go all the way to, well, either the water or to the edge of our base area. But first thing I'm going to do now, well, the next thing I'm going to do is grab a load of leaves, and we're going to go around the whole outside of the pyramid and start marking down our little surrounding garden area. So the little garden area, decorative area, is done all the way around the pyramid now. So I went round and planted a load of flowers. I think I've actually got every type of flower now. And I've been through and just kind of randomized them in each of these sections. And I didn't really like the contrast with the dirt, but luckily there is an azalea tree over there because there is a lush caves underneath. So I went and dug up all the rooted dirt underneath and planted that, and I think it looks a lot better like this. I could have just done dirt, but it kept spreading the grass, and I'm not too keen on the coarse dirt texture for this, even though it's only slightly different. But I did like the little pink textures that are in it, so the rooted dirt looks nice and adds a good contrast with the leaves. And I've been round and added the path in, well, the basic part of the path. This is going to have a lot of decorations down each side of the paths all the way down, and then probably some spaces where these are going to go off in other directions once I get buildings done. But these are just the main paths. This kind of size is not going to go further in. If I branch off in other directions, they're just going to be smaller paths. And then these sections here, I'm just going to kind of randomize with the different blocks to kind of go from a path into, well, from the garden area into the path, but without it just being plain grass. So I've got a bit of the packed mulch, and I'm just going to kind of randomize it a little bit with these around here. I'll do that in a minute. I'll have to make it daytime. But yeah, we're going to do this on all 4 sides, and then I'm going to start decorating these sections as well. I might actually start with the one by the portal or the other side because they are a little bit shorter. This one is obviously quite long. It's going to take a little bit longer to fix the decoration so actually it looks nice and not too repetitive. And that one over there is going to go quite far because there's no water to the south. So that one is going to be built straight down to the border up there. But for now, I need to go and get some more of the mud blocks because this is all I've got at the minute. But that shouldn't take too long to do, and then we can get working on the decorations. So I've got the first part of the path decorated. I've been playing with a few different things, so it did take a bit of time just to get this little section done. But I think once I've kind of got figured out what looks okay, it'll be easier building the rest. Of course, this side, this side of the base still hasn't been cleared, and it would help if I could place that on. So we still got a lot of jungle to clear on this whole side of the base. There's actually about 1/3 of the base still here to clear. But that I'll probably just do a little bit at a time, or maybe see if anyone else wants to come and help out like we did on the southern side. But this is looking quite nice. I like the way this looks. We've got a little bit neater up here, and then I've kind of just mixed a lot of different things but kept a similar kind of colour palette, and then just used the flowers to add the little bit extra pop of colour. So I've got the pods all in, and some of the compost is in to make like a little mini tree, as well as plants directly in the ground. I've used coarse dirt down here to stop the grass from spreading, and then just added a few extra things. I do like the bamboo. That one's too big. I forgot to put string on it. So we'll sort that in a minute. And then I think I need to go gather some more flowers because this takes quite a lot. I do have somewhere in here. I do have quite a lot. I've probably got enough to do the rest, but I'd be running low. So I might head out to the flower forest at some point and gather some more. Just take a shulker box with and gather as much as I can without leaving it empty for everyone else. But I now need to duplicate this on all 4 sides. I have started the side by the portal because it's only a small section. The only thing I wasn't quite sure about was the stairs here, because it looked a little bit plain, but when I added the water, and it just gives it that extra little bit of colour. And I think I like it with the water. Plus, having the water here, we've also got the water all the way around, as well as in here. These parts are all filled with water, so it means you've got access to water if I need it pretty much all the time. So if we head around this side to where we've got the portal, I can see I started doing the same kind of thing here. Now there's only this section, and then we end up going downstairs. I might put a little bit of detail just here. But then once we get to this section, this is going to be the promenade going out over the water at some point. So I am just going to stop here and leave it at that. I'm not quite sure what decoration to do next to the stairs, but I'm thinking I might just leave it empty next to the stairs and just have the walls here as a barrier, and that's it. I think it might look a bit too much if I start adding leaves and everything in. So I need to go start working on the western and eastern sides, the western and southern sides, and get these done. And these are the 2 longest ones, so they're going to take quite a bit longer. But I'm thinking they should look quite nice once we're done. So they are now done. So I've done all 4 pathways. Obviously, I've not completed it all the way. As you can see, this one stops about here. I've not gone all the way down to the water just yet. And this one goes just down the hill here. I've not gone all the way up to the border because I'm not quite sure if it's going to go all the way just yet. I'll need to wait until I've got the edges figured out. But when I'm building, we're going to start in this section anyway, closer to the pyramids. So yeah, it's going to be a while before those sections get done. We go around this side. You can see I've done the same with this, but not quite gone as far because we've still got all this jungle to clear. Now what I'm going to be doing in each of these sections is splitting it up into kind of like elemental themes. So just like we did with the flooring in here. So this corner here, as you can see, is all red, orange, yellowy. So this is going to be kind of like a fire themed. So this section from this pathway all the way around here, it's going to be using a lot of red colours, yellows, orange, very fire themed, maybe a little bit nether theme kind of thing. This section over here where we've got the blues is going to be a water theme. Then we got the green section for the earth theme. And then this section with the whites and greys are going to be a wind theme. So that is going to be over in this section. And I've got to kind of plan each section. I'm not quite sure what kind of buildings I'm going to do just yet. But I am done for building today. I need to head out away from the base and start doing something else. Now the end and the mining worlds that we have just been reset in the last couple of days because we updated to 1.20.4. So I think I'm going to grab the stuff I need and head out to the end and stock up on shulker boxes because I'm using a lot of shulker boxes for, well, storing lots of things I've got in overflow. And, well, I'm running a bit low. I've still got a few, but the way I'm gathering resources, I'm going to run out pretty quick. So I'm going to grab what I need and we'll head out to the end. So back from the end, I'm going to get a decent amount of shulkers. Unfortunately, I ended up with an odd number, which I always seem to do. So we got enough for 45 new shulker boxes and lots of loot. Unfortunately, I found a few boats that were already emptied of the wings, but I did find one single set. A few diamonds and then all this extra armor. I'm probably going to make myself a little box for if I die and need to go get my stuff back. I might use some of this to make myself just a little box that I can grab if I need to run and find my stuff, and I'll just put it next to the portal. But not too bad. We were there for about an hour. So decent amount of shulkers for that short time. I'm just going to shove all this stuff away. And I think I need to go around and find all my random shulker boxes that I've got around and get them emptied and cleared out. Now I'm finished with collecting shulker boxes. We've got a nice selection here, and I've also spent a bit of time sorting out my ender chest with lots of things that I could possibly need. I've still got lots of space, like clay and terracotta if I want to fill that up. I need to collect some mycelium to fill up the dirt and grass chest. So I've just got a little bit of everything in here that I've got space to fill up a little bit later if I want, and still lots of space to add more shulkers later. But for now, I'm done with organising because that took a long time. But I'm going to mess about a little bit at the base because I want the whole base area, or as much as possible, to be covered by the beacon effects. Eventually all 5, but mostly I want to have haste and speed. around, and I've got 15 beacons left over after spending a bit of time at the Witherskelly farm. So I'm going to go around and dig down and place these in each of the corners. Now what I've done is I've found the coordinate spot of the center one and gone 100 blocks out in each direction to put the next one. That's what I've done with these others. So I just need to do the rest of these spots. That means wherever I go, once one beacon leaves the area of effects, I'll have another one that activates it. So I'm going to place as many as I've got. I will have to go back to the Witherskelly farm at some point if I want all 5 beacon effects in the whole base. But I'm going to find where these are, dig down. I think I'm going to place a ladder down to one of them and then connect them all up. So if I need to change anything, it's easy enough to get to each of them. Because right now I've dug down and then pillared back up, so I can't actually get down to the beacons that I've placed. So first thing I need to do is grab a load of ladders and then we can go down and do some digging. So all the beacons are in. I think I've got 2 left in the chest, but I kind of ran out of iron blocks, and I used a lot of the emerald blocks I got from the raid farm. So I've just left the other 2 in the chest for now. I need to let the iron farm build up again and just turn them all into blocks before I go and get more beacons. But we've got 2 beacons in most of them. Here and here and here, and then the 3 central ones, so we've got 3 and 3 and 5. So the center area we've got a little bit more of a boost, and the outside ones we've got speed and haste, but that does mean we've got speed and haste through almost the whole base. It runs out about, I think, 10-15 blocks away from the edge, but I can deal with that. I don't think I'm going to be doing much mining or anything out there. So it's going quite well. I spent probably about an hour and a half sorting out the beacons, and if I go down, each of these beacons are now connected to each other, and there is a ladder that comes up that one. I think let's fly over. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. We've got a ladder that goes all the way down to the beacons there, and then we can just run between each one if we want. I've also spent a bit of time terraforming. I have cleared a little bit more of the jungle in this area, and I've marked out... Actually, let's see if we can land up on the border without falling off. There we go. So I've marked the edge of the border just with these blocks on the ground so we can see where the jungle needs clearing. But if we come over this way, you can see there's still quite a lot more to do. So we need to clear the jungle out up to here. So we've got all these trees still to clear. I did a little bit more clearing of this section while I was going, but I think I'm just going to do this a little bit at a time. But not right now. I think we might end up clearing these sections as we build now, because I've done a lot of clearing. I have run out of space for logs. I've started throwing leaves into lava because I've got so many that I'm not going to use. And if we land on here, after I did a little bit of this, I've been working on the terrain as well, because especially in this area and the area on the opposite side, there was a lot of like small ditches or like small areas that were raised, like mini hills that just didn't really look like it'd be easy to build on. So I've kind of flattened as much as possible. I might change some of this while I'm building. I'm not quite sure. It just depends on what gets built in each of the sections. But we fly up, you can have a look. It's looking like it'll be a decent area to build on now. This section had some dips in that I've cleared out as well. And then up here took the longest because this section was beach and full of sand, which I've changed out. So we did get a shulker full of sand, but this is still sand underneath. I've just covered the top layer with grass. Unfortunately, the beach colour of grass isn't very nice, but yeah, I guess we're going to be building on this anyway, so there's not really much we can do about the colour. So I worked on this a little bit during the night, clearing out this section because this was built up all the way along. This was a hill, so I've cleared it out and joined this water section to this part of the ocean. Now this isn't a very big ocean, but it does go around the corner into the main ocean in that direction. So that means that if we do want to go anywhere in the boat, we can get straight out from our own little portal area out into the ocean when we want to. But I think that is all the work I'm going to do for today, because it has took quite a while, even though when we're looking at the base, it's not exactly a massive change. It's been all terraforming, making things look a little better, and then these pathways and gardens. And I was thinking about the big garden, because the plan was to make it on that side of the pyramid, so it kind of mirrors where the portal is. But then I was thinking that's not going to make sense, because this corner of the pyramid is the earth element, so I think it might be better to have the gardens in this section. So it's going to be over here somewhere. The sniffers are going to be moved eventually. These are just gathering little bits at the minute. They are kind of slow, but eventually I'm going to move them. I'm not sure if I'm going to hide them underground or if I'm going to integrate them into, like, I don't know, a zoo or something. If this is the earth one, I might do some stuff with animals in this section. But we need to get that so there is more in the farm, producing a little bit more, because it's really slow. And I want some more of the flowers for the gardens, especially to add a little bit into these, because they do look really nice. But that's all I've got time for today, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please let me know what you think of the base so far, and leave a like if you did like the video. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.